I think it's high time that we praise Unai Emery right now because he is the second best manager in the Premier League. And I said it with my full chest. This is not me beating around the bush or me hyping Unai Emery. No. After Pep Guardiola, it is Unai Emery as the best coach in the Premier League. And yes, you can say, how about Mikel Arteta? Not at all. How about Arne Slot? Not at all. Because what? You put it into the context of what we are watching. What Unai Emery has done for Aston Villa is ridiculous. He came into Aston Villa November 2020, and at that time, Aston Villa were flirting with relegation like as if you were flirting with the biggest crush in the bar. They were flirting so hard with relegation that they started doing toes and shit in relegation. He came into that situation. First things he did was absolutely make sure that the distances between his defense were absolutely tightened. Second thing he went on to do was to absolutely make sure that the forward runs understood how they needed to make the runs in order for them to absolutely stretch the game. And in the middle, he made them understand that receiving on a half turn is absolutely crucial. And that is where you started seeing the absolutely glory and beautiful football that we are seeing from Youri Tielemans right now. Understanding and making him understand that his intelligence is definitely better than the physicality that comes from the other players. And that right there is coaching. And then you telling the midfielders that you play in zones. You telling these forwards, play in zones, run through zones instead of going towards the crowd. We saw the fruit of that labor, Aston Villa versus Manchester United. Because the run that Morgan Gibbs-White was running was into that zone of course, the left wing position. And then he did the magic from there. But all those things come from coaching. I say it and I say it again. And I so wholeheartedly agree with every single person that said, if Arteta, let me repeat that, said, if Unai Emery was still at Arsenal, I would have had a Premier League title right now. Now, I know that might be a very what-if statement. However, the quality that this man has shown us tells me that statement is absolutely true. I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace. Hit that follow button.